Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Madden 2002, the Dallas Cowboys franchise mode. We are finally doing a matchup, a big matchup that maybe you've been waiting for since I started in this game. I don't know. I probably doubt it. But we're finally doing the first interstate rivalry game here between the Texans and the Cowboys. Is there a name for this rivalry? Do people know? Is there a name? I don't know if they name rivalries in the NFL like they do in college, but if there's a name for this rivalry, I am unaware of it. So we get a look at the absolutely horrendous, hideous render of Reliant Stadium in the first couple Madden games that they get. I don't even think they had like a good rendering of it until probably Madden 05. I think was probably the first good Madden where they got the retractable roof like fully detailed, like it wasn't just random scaffolding, like there wasn't a bunch of negative space on the walls and stuff. Like they actually got it looking pretty good. But either way, I'm going to quit complaining about the rendering of a stadium from a 20 plus year old game and instead complain about the uniforms because I think what I read or heard was at the time of this game's development, the Texans had been announced as a team, but I don't even think they had fully shown off their uniforms yet. So when the game was developed, they just had to kind of go with like the test like markup uniforms that they had unveiled, like the white helmets. I think was at like their announcement expo or whatever, like the little keynote where they announced the Texans existing. They had a white helmet, which they never ended up using. Yeah, just some interesting lore, I guess. If you know more about it, then feel free to add it because we love spreading more information. And what our rookie Chuck Dunn loves is spreading the ball amongst his receivers as he hits Kelly, the free agent tight end, who makes one man miss, or rather that man just for some reason doesn't want to wrap up. And then when he tries, he gets shaken off by Kelly. But he picks up a nice pickup. So he's already getting involved in the offense early on into this game. So I like to see that. Now inside the red zone for the Cowboys offense. Here we're going to send the running back in motion here. It's going to be a pitch play to Perry, the rookie running back, and he's got space on the outside edge. Gets the first down a heck of a lot more and gets brought down right by the pylon at the goal line. I don't know how he didn't get in, and there you see, man, he's still looking for that first touch in the end zone, but he's already got over 100 yards on the season. It's been a few games, so you'd like to see a little bit more. I mean, you definitely want to see a touchdown, so maybe he can get it on these next couple plays here as it's first and goal. It's another pitch to Perry. I think it's probably the same play as the previous play, and that time it works again here as the Cowboys are doing a good job of setting that outside edge for Perry to get into the end zone, and he gets his first touchdown as a Cowboy. Amazing. Amazing. Hopefully the first of many, of several. So now the Texans now on offense here on a 2nd and 10. They're going to hit a receiver here, and trying to figure out who is on the Texans team. I mean, it's a new team, so there's no idea. But the big thing to know is that their quarterback right there is Anthony Wright, who played some games for us in our first year. I made him available in the expansion draft, and the Texans thought that he was going to be their best. I mean, he probably was the best option because they only ever get like 50s in the expansion draft. So we gave him like a 61 overall quarterback, and they took it, and they're still riding with him. So Texans get a huge pickup here, trying to run the hurry up in a 2-minute drill before the half is over, and they get past a midfield, and now they are trying to further operate and push the ball a little bit more forward if possible. So on a 2nd and 2, they're going to run hurry up here, waiting for the big tackle to get down and line up. He's taking a sweet time, man. And so on 2nd and 2, Wright's going to drop back, and he's going to laser this one across the middle. Bunch of Cowboys in the vicinity, but no one in position to make a play on the ball. So it's another first down for the Texans, and they're continuing to move the football here. Time ticking underneath a minute. And the Texans see that, and they're going to blow a timeout here, trying to conserve a few more seconds of time if possible. So on a 1st and 10 now, at about the Dallas 31 or 32, Wright drops back, unloads one again across the middle, and it is caught again, now inside the 20, and the Texans are going to blow another timeout, which just 54 seconds left to go. So 1st and 10 now, once again for the Texans offense. Wright drops back. Pressure is on, and he does get rid of it somehow. He manages to get rid of the football just barely, and it is caught. So it's a 7-yard pickup here on a play that seemed pretty broken. But now the Texans continuing to move forward here with just 40 seconds ticking away. Wright drops back again, wants to continue to throw for it, and gets his head clean taken off. Woodson absolutely laying the lumber, man, to knock this one out. Great play by our safety, man. That's why we got guys like that, is to make plays like that. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Texans as their kind of 2-minute drill is seemingly coming to an end here if we can kind of get them off the field in the next couple plays. And we cannot as they pick up the first down. Don't get the touchdown, but they do pick up the first down as Houston's passing game has been pretty effective through the air. We haven't really seen them run the ball really much at all. They probably have like a 60 overall running back, so I can understand why, but they are passing the ball pretty efficiently. So the time is continuing to run here underneath 25 seconds now as it's first and goal from about the 6-yard line. Wright steps in a very safe pocket and cannot connect with the receiver as that ball lands in the end zone grass and sails out the back of the end zone. So now we fast forward to a third and goal, which is 15 seconds left to go. Once again, the Texans facing their last chance or so to move the ball, and he's going to get sacked. And I didn't see which Cowboy got on to Wright to force the sack. It might have been Danny Hamrick, a linebacker, but either way, a big sack recorded, and Houston is going to have to call timeout, conserve some time, and get the field goal off if at all possible. So they took all this time. I mean, the majority of this video, they took all this time on that drive just to come up with only 3 points. As the first half comes to a close, we lead 7-3. So bring up a third down for your Cowboys here, deep in their own territory. Dunn's going to drop back here, steps to his left, and unloads a deep ball, and it's caught by Raghib Ismail. Raghib Ismail once again shaking off a defender. Another one misses, and it's off to the races. It's a foot race, and no one is going to catch Raghib Ismail as he's got just enough speed to get into the end zone. A 78-yard pass from Chuck Dunn to Raghib Ismail, and that was the same DB who couldn't bring down Kelly earlier in the game. I guess he's just having problems, I don't know, with spacing, just locating the football. Or no, that was a different one. So, yeah, I mean, the Texans are they're just out there. They're just out there doing their best, and it does not seem to be working as Raghib Ismail, man. I didn't think he was that kind of fast, but, I mean, no one was catching him. I mean, nobody was catching him. Once that second Texans defender missed the shoestring tackle here, it was really just kind of no one was getting there. Absolutely nobody was going to get to Raghib Ismail to stop that play. It was really 28's play to make, and he could not seem to make it. So that's a good play for your Cowboys offense. A huge pass. We love seeing those. So another third down here for Dallas's offense. Chuck Dunn pump fakes, and then this is the kind of stuff that you can expect from a rookie here. As this one's going the other way, no one is going to catch up to him, and it's a pick six for Houston. So Houston's offense, which has been pretty ineffective all day, ends up in a huge play for the Texans. A defensive play for the Texans. Their defense is going to have to do it all. So now it is 10 to 14, and Perry is making people look stupid now. It's another huge, massive play for the Cowboys as Perry gets some space on the outside, and it is a huge foot race here with several Texans in pursuit, and he finally gets brought down, but not before picking up a lot of yardage. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the rookie class here, man. A lot better than what we saw in the first game of the season. So, delayed handoff to Perry, and again, a gaping hole on the O-line here, just a humongous hole to get into the end zone, and he picks up a humongous gain, but is kept out of the end zone, unfortunately. So, I would have liked to have seen him get in the end zone, but it's a huge pickup. So, the third quarter comes to a close. 14-10 is your score. And now it's first and goal inside the 5 to start off the fourth quarter. It's another pitch play to Perry. Perry getting brought down by some guys here. There was no space on the outside, but someone got a little bit too much of the face mask. So we will happily accept that penalty here. Get a little closer to the goal line, squashing away that last play. So we will happily take that one. So. And yeah, Texans not happy committing the mistakes here. They're trying to keep themselves in this ball game. A touchdown will really kind of pad that lead. So on second goal, Dunn's going to try and throw for it, and why not? If you got Joey Galloway in the back of the end zone waiting for the football. So now we've got one to Raghib Ismail, we got one to Perry, and we got one to Galloway. We are just spreading the ball around, spreading around this offensive production, man, and that's what I love. It's what I love seeing, man, is being able to do these kind of things. It's showing really just how potent the offense can be on this team if we really kind of invested in the right places, make the right moves. And it looks like in this game we really did. In the first game of the season, it really did not look like we did. It looks like it was still more of the same from last season, but in this game it's really working out. So Houston with a 4th and 1. They got to pick it up just to keep the game alive, keep themselves alive. And Anthony Wright here's pass is broken up by Jared O'Neal, and the second-year pro, our rookie from last year, our big rookie from last year. And he breaks up that 4th down play, which essentially ends the game as we're able to run out the clock, and we extend to 2-1. The Texans fall to 0-3. They were 3-13 last year, so in their inaugural season, we could probably expect the same from them this time around. But it's a big win for your Cowboys here, finally beating the interstate rivals here in the AFC, and we just absolutely outplayed them. Still pretty bad on third down here. Texans had 3 fourth down conversions. Jeez, attempts anyway. They did convert 2 of them, so I wouldn't be super mad about that. I mean, I'd probably keep being aggressive too if that was my situation, but we do outplay the Texans in many different ways. Chuck Dunn here, the interception kind of hurts his rating a bit here, and well, some of the completion percentage, but it is a decent enough game from him, not too mad. Bruce Perry has an absolutely amazing game, 94 yards. Would have liked to have seen 100, but it's fine. Joey Galloway leads the charge in the receiving here, but Raggy Ishmael's one reception is obviously the big thing to talk about. Jared O'Neal getting it done, playing through an injury here with 6 tackles on the day. Dat Nguyen must have had that sack earlier in the game. I thought it might have been handbrake, but it's Dat Nguyen. And then our rookie kicker nails home what he had to nail home. So coming out of that video now, or coming out of that game rather, we pick up wins, big wins against the Eagles and the Redskins. Division's already looking pretty bad again, but not with us now, as we're in the top of it at 4-1 to start things off. So we're probably going to get through the second game against the Eagles here within just a few weeks. So we're going to finish off our season series with the Eagles in the next video in the Veterans Coliseum. So hope to see you guys in that next episode when we take on the Eagles for the second time.